What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you are having an amazing Tuesday. So Kamala Harris is on fire, y'all. Our vice president is doing her thing. This first week of her presidential campaign has been historic. Over $200 million raised, over 170,000 new volunteers, 2,300 events in battleground states, and 2.9 million followers on TikTok. These numbers are unprecedented, but of course, Kamala Harris is not new to this, right? She's true to this. She said in an interview that she eats no for breakfast. So these stats are incredible. I am so proud of her. But it's the energy that a lot of people are talking about, right? It is the fact that so many people are becoming mobilized. And we see that, mostly on social media, huge platforms, very powerful, right? So much so that Elon Musk, unfortunately, has a lot of people are calling it election interference, allegedly, right? I don't need that smoke in those those issues. And I will make a whole separate video about the movement calls, but so many people have been taking the lead, of course, from Black women, right? So first it was Black women for Harris, and they raised a whole lot of money. And then every single demographic had their own call, right? So after Black women, it was Black men. And then after Black men, it was white women. And then white women, I think they raised up like 2 million as well. But they recently had white men for Harris, white dudes for Harris. And, with each of these calls, there were celebrities like Pink. I think she ran the white woman call. There was a lot of Black women celebrities like Simone Sanders and, Jasmine Crockett, Yvonne Brown, Yvonne Nicole Brown, and so many others, right, on the Black women. Then like Roland Martin, he led the charge for the Black men for Harris. But this last one, I guess, is sent so many of the Trump supporters over the edge. And I love the fact that Kamala Harris, our vice president, she just laughs at them. Like she pays them dust, but she just, I love her laugh because I guess, they said that that's men's worst fear, right? Men fear the women will laugh at them. Women fear the men will essentially unalive them. But if you have that high of an ego, then having a Black woman laugh in your face is their worst fear, I guess, which is why Donald Trump backed out of their debate. But white dudes for Harris, y'all, it was suspended on Twitter. I guess that was just the straw that broke the ex's back, right? Because they raised $4 million for Vice President Harris's campaign, and they were serious. It was Mark Hamill from Star Wars. They had Joseph Gordon-Levitt on there. They had just a lot of different, celebrities, Jeff Bridges. But yeah, this last one, then they're going to do Latinos for Trump, led by George Lopez. And then now we have a, like one for Appalachia, the rural people or counties for Harris. And it's wonderful because all these different, demographics, they are not only coming together financially and putting their money in, but they're also, calling out misinformation, misbeliefs, lies that are spread, propaganda that has been perpetuated, that got us to where we were in, 2016. And I feel like a lot of past mistakes, are being corrected in real time, which is amazing. But it says that every Democrat who matters endorsed her this week. So we have, the Clintons endorsed her. People were asking about President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And of course, we've all seen where, they called in and endorsed her. and the Obama said that how much, they were proud of her. We have all the leaders of both of the congressional caucuses have jumped in. Beyonce let her use her song Freedom. She's already lent that to the campaign. And, we know about all of the Zoom rallies. So I just looked up some of the stats, but the Black women held the call on July 21st with over 44,000 participants, and they led to $1.5 million raised. And then Black men followed the next day with over 20,000 participants, and they had $2 million raised as well. So white women had 160,000 participants, and they raised $8.5 million total. That number I was surprised at. White men have 50,000 registered, and they're actually, the white women's call actually kept breaking Zoom. But the white dudes for Harris, they're still raising money. They've raised, like I said, 4 million so far. But it's the excitement, right? It's the momentum. It is people getting excited about a nominee, and they're putting all their, financial capital, social capital, all their support behind our vice president. And this is something we haven't seen in a very long time. So, Fox News is, of course, melting down. And, the polls are showing that Harris is starting to rise. And unfortunately, because social media is such a powerful platform, people have been saying that, the white dudes for Harris was suspended, but also they're not allowing people to follow her on X, unfortunately. Some people have said that they've been having problems following her on TikTok as well. So I don't know if that's just the interface crashing or if they are, deliberately interfering with our elections. But I'm hoping that, because it is such a powerful medium, and social media is the ultimate social proof that people will, even if they can't follow her on, online for whatever reason, right? Whether that's other countries interfering in our elections or, Elon Musk coming from South Africa, he says that he's a champion of free speech, but a lot of people have been calling him out on suspending the white dudes for Harris for their, their Twitter page. But a lot of people, they can say lip service, right? Which is what I think we saw a lot of when it happened to Hillary Clinton. A lot of people said that they were behind her, and then you can completely change your mind in the voting booth. So we're going to see if all this lip service, which again, I'm hopeful, right? But we will see how it translates into real time when the results come in November. It says Democrats would have always been happy to run on the Biden administration record. It's a good one, but the campaign was failing because it was reduced to the issue of the president's age. And the truth is he's too old to persuade Americans that he's not. So I'm glad that he stopped trying. With the uncertainty of a path forward removed on the Democrat side, the post-convention honeymoon for the Republicans ended quicker than it should have. 10 days ago, they were acting like they already won, but they're not anymore, right? They are scared. There's this huge, campaign where J.D. Vance, he has he has so much controversy swirling around him. It's embarrassing at this point, from him, denigrating women who don't have children. And I guess he thought that that was going to be some kind of dig against Kamala Harris, but she's a stepmother, right? She's happily married to our second gentleman. And a lot of women, especially my age, are opting out of motherhood just for the simple fact that with inflation and the cost of raising children, it's become astronomical, right? This is not, the 50s and 60s where you could buy a house from Sears, or, you could have one job for 30 years on a livable wage and raise a family with 2.5 kids in a white picket fence. Those days are long gone. A lot of people are saying the only person who is really truly paying consistently are like the social media platforms like, hey, Google, YouTube, right? TikTok. And they're trying to ban TikTok. But yeah, so for him to say that, it's just like he's shooting himself in the foot. Then the whole couch debacle, which is a mess. The memes are hilarious, but it's wreaking havoc for their Republican campaign. And then, of course, Trump talking about how his ear fell off and went golfing the next day. Like this, it would be comical if they were not so power hungry, right? And so dangerous for our republic, because we're essentially talking about American democracy. But when you listen to the things these people have to say, it is astonishing that they don't have the self-awareness to realize that they would not be able to be where they are if they were not born in the demographic in the gender that they were, right? They're trying to come against a woman who is a woman of color in a country that second guesses everything that women of color do. Like, she is battle tested, okay? If you want someone who can successfully navigate and help you through hard times, you don't want someone who's been born with a silver spoon in their mouth and doesn't know how to handle any kind of difficulty. No, you want someone who is battle tested. That is in every, military, every corporation, every walk of life, right? And that's our Vice President, Kamala Harris. So I tip my hat to her. She's doing an amazing thing. She's in Atlanta right now with Meg, the Stallion. They had a rally down there, and they said that people got, early. They got in early. It was only supposed to hold, I think, like 10,000, but they said 20,000 people showed up super early. It's amazing, the energy that she's bringing to this. So you guys, let me know. I'm going to get some merch together. So I'm excited about that, and I will bring that to you shortly. But let me know your thoughts about our vice president running for a president. I can't wait to vote for her myself. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. We can win this. Bye, y'all.